Beiersdorf is a world-renowned company based out of Hamburg, Germany. Our focus is skincare products, and delivering great products to the retail marketplace. Nivea is the #1 skincare brand in the world with over $3 billion in sales worldwide. The distribution center that I'm standing in is responsible for logistics for both the US and the Canada marketplace. First met FORTE when I was looking to build the facility that I'm standing in. The goal that Beiersdorf had worldwide was to consolidate distribution facilities that we had on the West Coast, the East Coast, and the Midwest into one hub distribution center using a high level of technology and efficiency to service our customer base. And Beiersdorf very much wanted to control costs. So one of the keys was, in working with the FORTE engineering team, was to come up with a facility that was as small as possible from a footprint perspective. And by using very narrow aisle technology and high bay storage going 6 high, we were actually able to reduce our footprint by 1/3 versus what we previously needed. Some of the key factors we looked at in building this facility was to provide the ultimate level of quality to our customer. We wanted to be the best. And so when I agreed to use FORTE, one of the things we focused on was a material handling solution with many checks and balances in it. And one of the keys was to ensure that we had multiple scans of every case, right down to the point where we're actually scanning the cases to the end pallet that's ultimately going to go directly to our major retailers, distribution center. Through the years that have passed since the initial successful implementation, our business has grown and changed. As we bought more brands and had brand extensions from our existing flagship brands, we ended up with basically more SKUs. More SKUs than, in fact, even we anticipated. We made sure we had pick modules that we could easily add a second layer to. So everything was already pre-designed for this anticipated growth. The size of our case has gotten smaller. To use the efficiencies of the material handling equipment, we went back to FORTE and we said, hey, we know this is quote-unquote non-conveyable product, but we'd really like to use the conveyor control systems and run it through the conveyor system. One of the keys with FORTE is, in fact, the software that drives the material handling equipment. We ultimately went in and installed high-density skate rollers throughout the conveyor system, thereby allowing the non-conveyable cartons to flow nicely through the conveyor network. Another change in our business in which we needed FORTE's help was we entered the lip balm area. These products are extremely small from a case configuration standpoint and are very light. This greatly increased our volume in the small parcel area. So we contacted our friends at FORTE. They came over and we redesigned the small parcel area, really doubling the capability and throughput of that particular area of our business. Worldwide, Beiersdorf is on an initiative to convert all facilities and affiliates around the world to SAP. With that mandate was a requirement to convert our WMS to SAP's solution in 2007. So at that time, I talked with FORTE and said, hey, can we interface your system to ours? FORTE has the experience to integrate their software, Automation Director, really to any ERP system that's out there. And as is proof with Beiersdorf, Tier 1 WMS, Manhattan Associates, no problem integrating, and conversely with SAP, no problem with that integration. From the onset, the goal with FORTE was to design a material handling system in a distribution center that could handle the growth of Beiersdorf. Really, quite frankly, we've had incredible growth, especially in recent years with double-digit growth. Their experience in the industry is quite incredible. These are people that have done projects before. They've seen the problems and they've solved them. They have been there. So I think experience is key. And amazingly, over the course of 15 years, we are still within the same facility, the same footprint, the same basic material handling flow And all we've done is tweaked and modified that material handling flow to meet the needs, ever-changing needs of our business. As the business has changed, the requests have gone to FORTE to meet the varying needs, and FORTE has been able to rise to the occasion on each of these incidences and come up with a solution for us. And I chose FORTE because of that high level of excellence in execution, expectation, and delivery. Beiersdorf has that same cultural values and expectations, and we wanted a partner that could do the same.